I'm in the car because we're all driving to our hometown for Mother's Day this weekend. Me and Joseph just now got in town. Dax probably still hasn't left yet. He always leaves really late. Um, and I'm sorry if y'all heard that. Anyway, uh, I used to carpool with Dax like every time, but now my car actually works, so I don't have to anymore. Anyway, first question is, what is their funniest habit as a couple? And I would have to say that it's gonna be like they don't like really argue and get upset at each other, but more so like they'll have like a misunderstanding, and then Bryn will just kind of like not close herself off, but sorry, there we go. Not close herself off, but like she'll just kind of like leave it be, and then Dax will like think that they're finished with the conversation, and then she'll bring it up later. Not like way later, but like she'll bring it up after like a couple of minutes have passed, and then they'll go down the same like hole that they just came out of. But they do it to each other, so that's the funniest part to me. I think for most of these questions, I'm gonna have multiple answers, and another one of their funniest habits, I would have to say, would be they both just don't really have time for each other. And this is more so a habit, like including me, but they both act as if they spend no time together. For context, Bryn sleeps over at our apartment like more often than not. Like I'll say about 2/3 of the time. Basically, any time that Dax is at the apartment, Bryn is also at the apartment. So in my previous video, I said, I never see my best friend anymore. This is what I mean. Like anytime that we have anything that's going on, Dax just isn't really there for it because he's hanging out with Bryn or doing schoolwork or whatever else it may be. Anyway, the next question: who's more likely to cry at the wedding? This one's pretty easy for me. They're both going to be crying at the wedding. It's they're both highly emotional people. They are both like very very outward with not exactly like explaining how they feel. I mean, of course they are. They're both in psychology. Like they both majored in psychology, but at the same time, like they're both also good at expressing their emotions like physically. So I would say that they're both going to be bawling their eyes out like most of the wedding. But all right, next one. What's something that Dax is terrible at? In a previous one, Peyton had said pickleball. I second that. But third, what am I talking about? Anyway, I second that. But I would say whenever Dax and Bryn first started dating, he just had no like not no emotional intelligence, but like after being in a relationship so long, like you start to understand like female emotions better, and coming into the relationship he had none of that. He's in a better place now, but man, he was definitely terrible at that. But they really understand each other now. So good. Anyway, next. What's one thing that I hope for their future? I hope that they continue to grow in learning each other emotionally, because they both have ADHD. They both have. They're probably the two like worst cases of ADHD that I've ever seen in people, or a person. So like it's kind of, it's already hard enough to navigate like your own mind with ADHD, and it's much harder to navigate somebody else's mind with your own ADHD, and then them also having ADHD. Anyway, well, my camera just fell, but I'm home now, so this should be easier for me to actually answer without rambling on. What's one word to describe them as a couple? I would say gross. They're disgusting people. They're just all kissing on each other and being all affectionate and all up in our faces and bro. No, I'm kidding. One word to describe them would probably be compatible, and to expand on that, I don't know how either of them would be without each other. I guess like they just fit so well together, and I've told Dax this before, but they are like perfect for each other. Actually, they just, I don't know, they just no cornball stuff, but they complete each other in small ways and big ways, which I could talk about for like however long, but I'm not gonna do all that. Anyway, next question is, who's secretly the boss? And this one is quite easy, very easy. Bryn. Dax is a smart man. He's a strong guy. He's able to defend himself and all that stuff. We like I said before, we all did wrestling. He's also done a lot of jiu-jitsu and boxing, and I believe a little kickboxing as well. And always loved mixed martial arts growing up. But you put this girl in front of him, and immediately he loses every fight. Not that they fight, but I've also mentioned before they like play wrestle and play fight like couples do. Yeah, it sounds like you put a woman in there and immediately bro's lost all his strength. Got it. So definitely Brent's the boss. Plus, anything she says goes. The reason he doesn't go places is because Brent doesn't want him to, and that's just the way it is, man. But I can't lie. If I was in the similar situation, if I had a woman, bro, I'd probably never see Dax again. It's just the way it is, man. Anyway, if I had to give them one piece of advice, what would it be? I would say just stick through it. I think the toughest part about a relationship is sticking through the tough times, really. And I think it comes down to a mindset thing of really understanding that the person that you are with is somebody that you love, and you're with them for a reason. You're not. You didn't get with them for no reason and just and just marry them just 'cause. So like later on in life, I'm wishing you guys more years here. I wish you guys to have a good full life together, but all throughout these next, I don't know, 50 plus years, if y'all live that long, There's going to be rocky points, and just don't give up on one another, and understand why you got, and not understand, and remember why you guys got married in the first place. Remember who you are. And that's kind of what I hope for with these videos, is that this is kind of like a solidification, I guess, of where you guys are, and like a little glimpse into the past. But anyway, next question. Lastly, tell them one thing I would say on their wedding day, which obviously I'll be there. I'm the best man. Hopefully I'll be there. Anyway, but I think I would tell them on their wedding day. I will tell them this on their wedding day, but obviously I'm going to say congratulations, and that they're great together. Honestly, that they just fit. They do. Basically a summary of this entire series that I'm doing is what I would want to tell them on their wedding day, but I know myself, and I will not be able to figure out like what I want to say to them. So that's what this is for. The only thing that will come to mind is congratulations, and I'll probably give them both a hug. Yeah. But I will have to prepare a speech, which I need to get on that, because I've been lacking. I mean, I still have 2 months, but 2 months ain't that long to prepare a speech. I don't write anything. Anyway, this video is way too long already, so I'm gonna cut it right here. And yeah, that's all I have. Love you guys. Bye bye.
You're listening to Oncle Jazz.